Can I do it? I can. Yeah. I don't actually have a lot of camera experience. I've only been doing this for how many? See, back to the... never mind. You know, where are my letters? Vinny, she's sitting there going, looking at the screen over there, because we can see what's going on. Never mind. First letter tonight comes to us from Papadoulis in WA. What do you suggest I do to save my relationship with my sister before she competes herself out of my life? Yeah, sibling rivalry. Second letter tonight. I recently borrowed my 18-year-old's laptop and was more than shaken, to say the least, to find that he has more than one profile on several dating sites. Dating. And the last letter tonight, we've been in the bedroom several times. Now, it's one of those nights tonight. It's all about the bedroom. We've been in the bedroom several times and had rather hot and heavy smooch sessions. But he's writing to us because he can't get to home base. All these letters and more. Sweet and sour. How many seconds? I'm not allowed to say how many seconds away. See you soon. Don't go away. We'll have the panelling.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Yeah! Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sweet and Sour. Lovely to have your company. Gary Mitchell with you for the next half hour with a terrific lineup of guests for you. You know them all. Or if you don't, you're about to meet them. But you know this guy. Hello, Lewis.
Good evening, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Lots of people have been asking, where have you been? So where have you been?
Mostly on the couch. DVD remote.
Oh, you're like me. You don't like winter.
I hate it, mate.
Yeah. I know. How's your little boy?
He's 5'8".
What?
5'8", 12 years old.
Oh,
massive.
Man. How tall were you when you were...
I was a little stumpy, fat, afro. Yeah.
How tall are you, Paige?
I'm 162 centimetres tall. Oh no, I'm 5.2.
What's that? You're 5 foot what?
Am I 5'2"?
Welcome, Paige. Lovely to have you here. I don't know.
Doesn't even know her
Metric
height.
Imperial Translation. What is it? Yeah. Okay.
Someone write in and let us know how tall I am.
I'm 6'4".
You are.
And this is, it's the old joke. Welcome. Nice to have you. Elise, here for the first time. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's wonderful to be here. I'm really excited, actually. I think we're going to have a great night and some really interesting letters, I am sure.
We've been having a conversation before the show started about, and what it won't say in your super is that you're also a Tantra
practitioner.
Which is?
Tantra is the weaving to expand consciousness. It works a lot with sacred sexuality and spirituality.
Ah, and the man who's an expert in this, Manny, is here with us as well, mate.
Hi, Gary. Thanks for being back. Good throw. Good throw.
Welcome, mate. How are you?
I'm extremely well.
How's the tourism industry?
Tourism industry's going really well because the dollar's coming down and it's starting to get better. So lots of people coming in and lots of people
coming in and staying home, so they're spending here. But so we're not going away because it's getting too expensive for us.
That's correct.
Is that right?
The dollar needs to keep coming down.
Oh, no good. I want to go away. Here we go. Furthest I got was Rottnest. Hi, panel. I'm writing to you because I have a sister who is constantly competitive and I desperately need your advice. She always needs to have the best man, the best dress, the most attention from our parents, and this has driven a wedge straight through our relationship since we were kids. Last year, my boyfriend of 4 years proposed and I was ecstatic. We planned the wedding for 6 months, set our I-dos in the beginning of the year, and I thought that would be it with a sibling rivalry. My sister, however, has been putting the pressure on her boyfriend to pop the question and has been talking to our mum about how she might better my wedding. She wants the designer wedding dress, a really expensive venue, gourmet catering, you name it, she wants it and expects mum and dad to pay as they did for mine, but mine was on a budget because I didn't want to burden the folks. This is all just symptomatic of a rivalry that's almost 2 decades in the making and looks like it's got plenty of legs on it yet, if I can't smother the competitive streak in my sister. So being a little desperate here, just what do you suggest I do to save my relationship with my sister before she competes herself out of my life? And it comes to us from Marcella of Papadoulis in WA. Lewis, 2 competitive women.
Yes.
This one's very competitive as well. Otherwise, I figure she would have flagged it ages ago. I'm not worried about it. She just got married. What else does she want? No.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I got nothing to say. No, yeah, of course. There you go. Lovely. I'm mute now.
So,
no, but yeah.
Advice for this woman? How did she do it?
Marcella, just mellow out and let it go and hope for the best for your sister and make sure she... Every girl wants a bang-up, schnozzy, wicked, well-done wedding, do you know what I mean? So help. Give your mum and dad a bit of dosh so that she gets what she wants. She's happy. When she's happy, you're happy. When you're happy, she's happy.
What a clever idea. Give your mum and dad a bit of dosh to help her with the sister's wedding.
But yeah, obviously it's all internal and she's projecting to her sister what she's feeling herself, and so I would suggest just relaxing.
Paige, have you got a sister?
I've always wanted a sister. I
You
don't have a
haven't got
sister.
one.
No. But I
Would you
can
like one
relate
like
with
this?
friends. Definitely not, no offence. Sorry, I'm just thinking you're just going to have to be the bigger person, really, in all of this. Like, with so many things in life, I think you see what's going on. If this is what's happening and it's quite clear to you, as long as, you know, she's not putting your parents out too much as well, that would make me a bit unhappy. But, you know, the whole money side of things with the wedding, but yeah, I think just be the bigger person, really.
Totally natural though, the gas, don't you reckon? Totally natural, sibling rivalry, totally
Totally natural.
Yeah.
I was never competitive with my brother or my
I was.
sister. Were you?
all the time, yeah.
What's the age difference?
6 years.
6 years. 8.5 with my brother, 4 with my sister, but we were all pretty much
Close.
we looked after one another.
Well,
we
when there's
still
only,
do actually.
When there's only 2 chicken drumsticks in a chicken roast, right? And there's 6 of you. That's competition.
You like the chicken? I was always a wingman.
Yeah.
Elise, what's going on here, really?
I don't understand the desire to want to buy into the competition. I really don't. I think it's a shame that you're kind of getting sidetracked from the excitement of your own wedding that you've just celebrated a few months ago. Congratulations. So get back into that mode. Focus on you and your new husband and your life together, and let your sister do what she wants to do.
Yeah, celebrate
Give her your
for her.
blessing.
Yeah, yeah.
Let her do her own thing. You focus on you, and if you really want to work it out, she will come to you when she's ready. Don't buy into the drama. Forget the drama.
Have you got a sister?
I have a beautiful sister, yes.
Younger or older?
She's younger.
She's younger. You look after her?
Absolutely, I love her with all my heart, and my brother as well.
What's the age difference?
Quite a big age difference, 11 years and 9 years. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm the big sister. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and you look after them? They
Of
look
course
after
I do.
you?
Yeah, it's
Do
mutual.
you take them out?
I have taken that, not as much as I used to, because now they're off with their partners and doing their funky things, and I'm getting
As
a bit
they do.
older. But they did come to my recent birthday. They made that beautiful night a real special for me, so I'm grateful they were
That's
there.
what siblings should do for one another.
Yeah.
Manny, I know all of your siblings.
You
And
do very well, yeah.
You're all terrifically close, aren't you?
We're close, in this situation, the sibling rivalry has been going on since Cain and Abel, and it's been around for a very long time. And the only way to fix it is to free yourself, and the only way to free yourself is to kill her with love, love, respect, and kindness.
Fancy pausing after kill her.
Kill her with love, respect, and kindness, and then you're going to free yourself. Listen, it goes on all the time, and
The world's a lot bigger.
the world's a lot bigger, and you'll realise the moment that you stop competing, you're going to be happy. It's hard to do, I know, but you just got to free yourself.
Okay, tell me, anybody here on this panel ever tuned in to a dating site? Ever had a look at it? When we come back,
No need.
we have a mum who's just got hold of her son's computer and he's on far more than one dating site. When we come back, more of Sweet and Sour. Don't go away.
Don't know what you're talking about.
What?
No idea.
Do we have to be honest? No.
No, you can do whatever you like.
For Sweet and Sour, right here on Sweet and Sour.
Welcome back to Sweet and Sour. If you'd like to send us a letter, send it to the address that's about to appear on your screen right now, which is, there it is, the letters at sweetandsour.net.au. You can even have a look on our website, sweetandsour.net.au, and I'm told all the old episodes are on that website right now for you to have a look at. And if you like them, let us know on Facebook with a comment or a like. You can even tweet us now. And if you want to have a look behind the scenes, we've got Instagram photos there right at the bottom of the screen. And for everyone who does send us a letter, we're going to send you to the movies, and this week we're sending you to see, there it is, Fantastic Four, courtesy of the very gorgeous Natalie Cameron and NRC Communications, and we're going straight into letter 2. Dating revolution, apparently. Hey, Mitch and panel. Recently I borrowed my 18-year-old son's laptop to pay a bill and was really a little more than shaken, to say the least, to find that he has a profile on more than one online dating website. And the term dating is really a very polite description. When I asked him about it, he said that this finally gives him a bit of an advantage over his mates, who all pick up girls far more easily than him in other social settings when they're out. He said that he's had enough of his mates bailing on him for girls or for girlfriends when they're out, which has made him feel a bit of a loser in the group. I don't know what this is teaching him, as there are so many of these sites with thousands of guys and girls with pictures showing their boobs, bums, belly, and unfortunately, so much more. I think it's just creating hot one-nighter expectations, which really isn't the real world in the long run. I told my son about how I met his dad and asked him why he can't meet someone the old-fashioned way, and he said it's just not that easy anymore. Am I stuck in the past, or do I have good reason to panic for my son's generation? And I've seen those disgusting Ashley Madison ads too, so have I, that try to appeal to married men and women to have hot sexual affairs using their laptops to hook up. It's appalling. So perhaps I should be worried for my own generation too. Is the old-fashioned way dead? Is this the way to find love now? How does this create lasting relationships? And what do I say to my son? Victoria of Pyrmont in New South Wales. Manny, first to you, sir, an expert in this realm.
When you're 18, Victoria, hot one-night stands is all you're looking for. And
as a boy.
As a boy.
As a boy. We clarified that.
As a boy.
As a boy.
As a boy.
When you're 18, that's what you're looking for. So, but I do sympathise with you somewhat. It's not only the dating sites, the whole thing's changed, but the free access to porn, the whole sexation of everything's been completely sexualised, if there's such a word. Yeah. So it's right in your face.
Sexualised.
But I do. The issue now is that, you know, the moral compass has got to be in place a lot earlier than it was probably before. Yeah. And you've got to teach your son that. But if you haven't taught it by now, I'm sure he'll over time get it. And what happens is, at the end of the day, with all this stuff, we're still ending up in relationships, we're still getting committed, we're still making families. So I don't think you've got anything to worry about. He's 18, he's just exploring.
It's just a new way of doing business that we've always done, I think.
I
hope. I don't know. Elise, what's going on here?
I agree with the exploration. He's 18. He may just be getting his feet. This is a whole new playing field. He's learning about sex. He's learning about himself. If he's speaking to you about it after you borrowing his computer, I gather with his permission, I think that's wonderful. Perhaps invest in that. Start building more of a strong relationship about sexuality in discussion with your son. I really love that. It's healthy. Perhaps then you can weave in some of your suggestions as opposed to telling him what to do, because that's the kind of relationship we want, a healthy relationship with suggestions. The other thing is that it's personal choice, you know, and people can find love on Tinder, as you mentioned, and a few of those other dating websites. I know friends who have actually fallen in love and are now happily married after finding love on a computer. So it's possible, maybe it's not conventional, but it is part of the new way. So let's be open.
Was it? Can you let us know?
Tinder.
It was Tinder, isn't it? That? No, that's Grindr. Which one's that one?
Oh, I haven't heard of Grindr. Am I missing out?
There's a lot. Tell me though, okay, it's okay for an 18-year-old to go exploring.
Yeah.
What about a person who's in their 40s and 50s who's already committed? And we have things like Ashley Madison who's saying, you know, I don't even know what the call sign is, but it's something like, you know...
looking for someone other than my wife.
Other than my wife. Looking for someone other than my wife. Acceptable?
Well, whether you've got a website for that or not, if people want to cheat, they will cheat.
They'll find ways to do it. Paige, have you ever been to one of these websites?
Oh, come on. I don't have to go there to find love. I'll go out and find it on the street.
It's easy for you.
No, honestly though, it is such a big part of the world these days, I guess, if that's the right way to put it. We just got to learn to accept it. It's part of our life and it's not going away. So the sooner you just learn to accept it. And like you were saying with the moral values, I think it's so true. As long as they like don't cheat, boys, don't cheat, but good to your girls, you know, don't do anything to someone else that you wouldn't want done to you, I think.
That's a lovely thing to say.
And good coping skills. Do you in any situation, whether it's on computer or in the real world, it's just a new way of doing business. Welcome to the birth of the information age. Lots of things are going to change. Lewis.
And well, it's just the way kids are doing stuff nowadays, man. This is what's happening. They're like, it's just the way it's going.
But the kids have been born into it, so they don't know any other way. What about the people who, like you and me, who didn't grow up like that?
It's not the last straw, though, is it? You know, this geezer's saying that he's out in the disco, he's a bit shy, but on the computer, he can become a keyboard warrior and beef himself up, meet a girl.
Maybe it's just the beginning. Maybe it's like a launch pad to help him.
Thank you. And I'd like to say my very wise and distinguished friend over here, Elise, saying the privacy issue with the computer, did you have to know his password? What's going on there, Victoria? Do you know what I mean? But
apparently it was borrowed.
All you got to do, or the best thing to do is teach your son protection, and caring of one's partner or partners. Do you know what I mean? Good on your son.
Yeah, you're right, Victoria. You're a bit of a snoop. You didn't trust him anyway.
No.
He gave you access for one thing and you went looking for everything. We've got to go. When we come back, we're talking about how to get to first base. Oh, we should have had done this one first. And then Anyway, when we come back, don't go away. See you then. Getting to first base.
It's for me to say something funny, but I don't want to.
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Nuts. They're a little bit fruity. Oh, we can't say that on air, can we? Here we go. First base, not Dear Sweet and Sour. At the risk of sounding like someone out of American Pie, how can I get my girlfriend to sleep with me? Now, it's not like I'm a 16-year-old kid. I'm a 27-year-old healthy male and she's just turned 25. We've been dating for about 4 months. It's got to the stage where I desperately want to take the relationship to the next level, but I can't seem to get there. This sounds like a letter for you. We have an exceptional time together. Fun dates followed by intimate cuddles on the sofa, and we just love hanging out together. We've been in the bedroom several times and had rather hot and heavy smooch sessions, but as soon as I probe and attempt to undress, she'll cheerfully cut me off and goes to leave. It's not like she's upset I tried, but she never lets me get past second base. Or is it third base? I've tried talking to her about it, but I don't want to risk making her upset. This is the happiest and most stable relationship I've ever had, and I don't want to jeopardise that. I just want the complete package. I want her to share all of herself with me and vice versa, and it comes to us from Jeremy in Adelaide of South Australia. Elise, what's really going on here?
Jeremy, you know what I loved? I loved when you said, I want her to share all of herself with me and vice versa. Now, all of yourself is so much more than just getting naked and having sex, let's be honest. I really want to know if you've had a conversation with her and actually said that you want to share all of yourself, because if you actually look her deeply into her eye, look into her left eye actually, look into her soul and tell her that and see what her response is. Take note of her body language. Really connect with this woman. If you really want to make something of this relationship, then start investing something and get your mind purely off sex and start thinking about her and the relationship as one, and see if you can get a little bit further with her heart, and then she might actually open up on every level.
Manny, do you reckon this girl's got herpes?
No.
Something's going on here.
No, but he just. I was just going to ask you obvious question. Has he communicated? Have you asked the question? Have you sat down and had a discussion? And
he says he doesn't want to risk making her upset. Why would it upset her?
Well, if you're at a level that you think you're at, then having this conversation is going to be the next step, not straight into it. You've got to have the conversation where you're at, where she's at, and talk, communicate, verbally talk and communicate.
Is that really the next step, though? Isn't it just a natural progression? And if you have to talk about it, there's something missing
I
here?
would talk about it in text of another conversation. No, don't come up. I want to talk
What's
to you
for
about
dinner tonight, honey? Let's have sex.
Yeah.
Maybe if it comes up, but obviously just the physical alone is not happening, so there's got to be something else. Something's missing, so maybe he hasn't tried talking.
But he said he's
scared.
he's at third base, but he's just...
If you're too scared to have the conversation, you're too scared to go all the way with her. Man up, Jeremy, man up.
There's something you're not telling us. I don't know what it is. Lewis, what do you think's going on?
Well,
there, really?
at the risk of being male chauvinist, I don't think he has a problem. I think he might have some previous history in regards to
baggage.
Not baggage. Maybe she was
Maybe it's
abused by a
baggage.
previous boyfriend, or or she's just not that into you. But I reckon if all else fails, if you try the conversation and it doesn't work, different approaches, on different levels, you could always try the Bill Cosby approach. Because it worked for him, so it might work for you.
And with some background music provided by Rolf Harris.
Oh, no.
Too much. Nothing is perfect, so
Nothing
I
is
think
perfect.
you have to work on things. I think communication is important in relationships. Sex is also very important in relationships, but communication is a lot more important. So I love that you're taking the time, you're not actually rushing her. You're being a little bit of a cutie, but like a bit scared to talk about it. That's sweet, but I really think you guys need to talk about this.
How old
4
are they?
weeks, yes, but 4 months,
27?
it's a little bit long.
27 and 25. Lewis, Paige,
Yeah, you can be
and I'll ask
direct.
this side of the panel next as well. What's a romantic night to get people into the mood? How do you design what's your design for a romantic night?
Well, you know
Is
what?
there such a thing, or is it just something that's spontaneous?
I think spontaneous is so much fun. I had this random pub crawl that just started at lunch and then went to dinner, and we ended up at like 4 or 5 different places. And no,
Not been.
I'm not saying.
You already
I'm not giving it up.
I'm not saying. She already
But
has.
that's a romantic night. That is fun. You do stuff that's fun. Take it
So
to the movies.
romance for you involves a lot of fun. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Over this side?
Romance for me involves a lot of intimacy, actually, and perhaps that is beautiful music and some candles, but really it's about taking your time and connecting with the person who's in front of you. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter who's around you. If you are completely focused with that person, that can be romantic and really intimate and very powerful and extremely sexy.
How are you going to bet at that, Manny?
I'm not. To me, the best romantic night is a small Italian restaurant with a lot of conversation, some sensational cheap Italian wine, and the walks on the beach. That all does that for me and my wife. That's a romantic night.
I love them on the beach.
How gorgeous.
Chivalry
All
is
right,
in
do
there.
we like this letter or another to give away the pair of limited edition sunnies courtesy of Alon Treves and Aussie Opticals? Which one do we like, Paige?
I think we're definitely going to have to give it to the first letter, guys.
Who's the first
you
letter?
Agree?
Who
To
is it?
Marcella?
Yeah.
Marcella, yes, she needs it.
Of
Sister rivalry.
WA. We don't mind because we sat on
no,
postage there.
Marcella
Lewis?
needs
No,
it.
no. He's saying no.
Give it to the third geezer, because
This one that we
if he
just
doesn't
done?
get any puntang soon, right, he's going to be all depressed, so he's going to have to
What do
mind
we
his
call
glasses
it?
and his hat.
Bunte.
We didn't just say that, did we?
We did.
I don't know what it
did.
means.
It does, it's
Let's
German,
call it
doesn't
Yoni.
matter.
Let's call
It's
it a
food.
Yoni.
It's German, is it? Is it?
food.
It's what?
A yoni. It's the sacred Sanskrit
yoni.
word for the entire female sex reproductive area.
So
Yes,
do we have to
yoni.
sign up to a course?
I think you should. Or just bring me back and we'll just do a whole night dedicated to
An
Tantra.
understanding.
I'm understanding something or other.
Getting hot in here, guys.
It's getting tropical heat wave. We have temperatures around. We've got to go. Good night, Lewis.
Good night, son.
Terrific to have you back, sir. We'll see you again soon.
It's been an experience.
No judgment, love.
Paige, lovely to have you again.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Terrific.
It's
We'll
been
have you
fun.
again too. Did you enjoy your first experience?
I loved it. Thank you for having me. It
Sweet
was
sour
wonderful.
virgin, but we didn't mention any of that sort of thing because she's an expert in tantra. What do you call it?
I'm a Tantra practitioner.
Tantra practitioner. Let's see if we can get some practice on the board by next time that you come in as well. It's been terrific to have you. Thank you for coming in. Manny, always good to have you, sir.
Gary, it was better than sex.
We've got to go. Thank all of our wonderful panellists. Thank our terrific crew. And thanks for having us at home tonight, Australia. Good night, everybody. Good night. This is where you wave.
No,
That's
don't
it.
clap.
Keep waving.
Come on, keep waving. And we say good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
There you go. Yay.